Live, yeah, live.
Okay, we're live.
Yeah,
Uh, Hello then. Welcome aboard. Some good news that Sashwat and I have as far as the Under 19 World Cup is concerned. A thumping win for the Indian team. They were set. They set a big total of 298. That was the target for the Nepal team, which going into this match were clearly the minnows that lost all three matches that they previously played in. And what the turn of events, let's say, that we saw today in that Nepal chase. At one point, they were 48, if I'm not wrong, for the loss of no wickets. That was their opening stand. But from that point, they were 77 for 7 in a space of a couple of, in the space of about half an hour, 40 minutes. That's how big the landslide was as far as Nepal are concerned. But what this win for the Indian team, does mean is that they are now through to the semi-finals and they will be playing South Africa next on Tuesday. That's as far as what lies ahead for the Indian team. But Sarshwat joining me at the moment. Sarshwat, at one point you thought that because it's this Nepal side which sort of stunned Afghanistan. I know that's not saying much, but it was a thrilling win that they had not too long back. And you thought that it was going to be competitive as far as this match is concerned. And once you had that opening partnership of 48, you were thinking, okay, well, are Nepal going to be throwing in a surprise over here? But wasn't quite the case. Once the Indian bowlers found their rhythm, right, there was absolutely no stopping them.
definitely. And I feel a lot of things have been covered going into the semi-final also. Like today we saw Uday Saran, Priyanshu Molia coming up the order. Priyanshu Molia came at number 3 today. Usually we have seen in this tournament, Mushir Khan is the one who comes for India at number 3 at that position. Has got 2 tons for India also, but he came lower down the order today. Went not out, but I think that was also a very big reason for that was to give game time to the batters who haven't gotten to bat
Yeah.
much in this tournament till now. Really happy for Uday Saran today because till now he was getting the starts. He was leading the team from the front. He was getting to that 70s, 80s. Today he has finally gotten to his 100. Going ahead, coming out and batting at a number that he usually plays at number 5. Today he came at number 4. So good performance by him. All in all the batters, if we look at it, even Sachin Das did not get that much of batting time till now. Even he's gotten 116 runs today. And as
Mhm.
far as bowling is concerned, only one change for India there was today. Naman Tiwari wasn't playing. He's a lead bowler with Raj Limbani. Yeah.
Left
So
armor, right? Left
yeah,
arm
yeah.
pacer.
Yeah, he wasn't playing today. So I think he might have been rested just before the semi-final. All bases covered. We have seen this recently also in the Under 19 World Cups that whenever someone who comes down to bat, going into the semi-final, they are given a little game time so that they get that feel of that Under 19 World Cup going into the knockouts also. South Africa would be a difficult game for India, but India has really switched their game a notch up coming into
Mm.
the World Cup also because everyone knows we all remember India lost to Bangladesh in the Asia Cup semi-final also. So definitely they have taken their game a notch above.
Yeah. We spoke of one left arm bowler. Let's talk about the other who's now making it a habit of taking 4 wickets. He took 4 wickets in the previous match. He's taken 4 wickets today as well. We're talking about Soumya Pandey, the left arm orthodox spinner. Well, he's been weaving his magic. We saw how New Zealand really could not read him at all and crumbled in front of him today as well. Once he got into the act again, he was the one who ensured that India are taking home a big win, and again 4 wickets for him. He, by the way, correct me if I'm wrong, Shashwat over here. I think he would now have gone to the top of the wicket charts. I think because he'd taken 12. I remember he was tied. I think with the South African bowler.
I,
Now I think he's gone up.
I'll just check that. I think he should be. I'll still reconfirm that once. I think he
Yeah,
should be at the top of the points
he
table.
should
I
be.
have it.
Yeah, he had 12. He had 12, and now the tally goes up to 16. I think he would now be the leading wicket taker as far as this particular tournament is
So
concerned.
he's
He's
the
looking very.
second leading wicket taker at this point. He's the second leading wicket taker at this point, but and he's a little far away from the top one top at the top. We have at 18 wickets, and Soumya Pandey at this point is at 12 wickets. And
So this is to be updated, Shashwat. So because you
yeah,
add
at
four
16,
wickets,
now he's at 16. Now he's at 16. Yeah. And as far
so
as the
yeah,
runs are concerned, Mushir Khan is leading that chart. by quite a margin. If we see 325 runs, Mushir Khan, and the next person,
Mm.
James Dunk, is at 263 runs. So definitely that's a really positive sign for the Indian side. And as far as we talk about the Indian batting as a whole, everyone in that batting lineup has gotten centuries. Adarsh Singh, Arshin Kulkarni, the openers, both of them have gotten it. And Adarsh Singh got it in the first game, if I'm not wrong. Mushir Khan getting two back-to-back centuries for India, one
Yes.
131. So I
Others, in
think the
fact, Shashwat, others, I remember against New Zealand, I think he got a 50 as well, or a
yeah,
62,
yeah,
something like that. Something
yeah,
like that he scored. So most bases covered as far as this team is concerned. The
yeah.
defending champions looking very good, by the way, to not only get a record extending title as far as the overall count is concerned, but also looking very, very good. They went into the tournament as favorites, and boy, they're playing like that. So what happens? Let's say going forward, we'll have to wait and see. But at the moment, the 100% record for the boys in blue in the under 19 World Cup does continue. They won all the matches. Remember, group matches as well. They'd won all, and it's been rather comfortable and very assuring the way that this team is playing, and they're looking very good indeed as far as retaining or defending the title is concerned. Let's quickly try and answer what Ashish Dhar is saying. He's saying, why is the under 19 team got no fear of failure, and they've got 3 wins out of 4 in ICC 50 over World Cups in the last 10 years compared to a senior team. Uh, Ashish, different things, I would say. Different things. Yes, of course, it helps when you're playing, let's say, for a team that has that pedigree and let's say are world beaters. Multiple time champions. There's nobody coming close over there. And at that age, there is that freedom to express. If you ask me, fear of failure. I think the culture is also such. Whenever you talk to any of these guys, any of the players, let's say who come from title winning batches, let's say, they'll always talk very highly about the culture that's there as far as the under 19 team is concerned. So I think it's a lot to do with the culture, and that is. And what's that culture though? That culture is about going out there and expressing. Perhaps that's the strength of this team. I don't think they're really thinking about failures and all of that. Unlike the Indian team, maybe as you suggest, that has and it's been the case. There's been that fear of failure with the Indian team on a couple of occasions. There's no denying that. But it's the culture, I think, which is a big difference as far as the setup in the under 19 side is concerned. Sashwat, you got any thoughts on
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I also feel the kind of exposure. I feel a lot of credit should go to the whole system because you have the top coaches. We recently had VVS Lakshman. Before that, Rahul Dravid training the Indian side, under 19 side. So just that exposure the team is getting into the World Cup. There has been a lot of preparation. India played the quadrangular series. Well, a lot of you would not be knowing this, but the Indian team was in South Africa 3 weeks before the World Cup. They played a quadrangular series there, got used to
Yes.
the conditions, and then came into the World Cup. Before that, they had played the ACC Asia Cup. Before that, they had a camp in NCA. So this bunch of players, every time I would say, whenever the team is getting prepared for the Under 19 World Cup, always has that experience they have. It's not like they have come and suddenly they have started playing such cricket. They're a whole unit who has been together since a very long time. So I feel
Yeah.
that plays a very big role also. And also, I wouldn't be surprised if we go on to see an India Pakistan final this under 19 World Cup.
Yes, that could also be the thing. That could also be the thing. Whether that happens or not, we'll have to wait and watch. But for now, we know that this Indian team has marched into the semi-finals, and they'll be playing their match against South Africa on Tuesday. We here at Sports Day will definitely be bringing you the coverage. And we'll just take the last question now before we wrap up here. Now we've got Pratim asking, why do you guys think that the Indian team management is giving chances to mediocre players? And he's asking the questions about Shubman Gill, the average over there we mentioned as well. Pratham, we'll, this is, we're here to talk about the Indian under 19 team. So let's just keep the conversation to that for now. We do the dugout, chip in with the comments over there. We love taking your comments and your thoughts when we do the dugout every day at 6:15. That's your destination and time as far as all these questions with regards to the Indian team is concerned. So perhaps this will be answered then. But here to talk about the under 19 team, and yes, they're playing beautifully at the moment. absolutely flawless games that they've had, 100% record for them, and now they go into the semi-finals. And they will be playing against South Africa. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Ashwat and I are going to take your leave, but in case you haven't subscribed to us, do so at the moment. Do that right now. Tap that bell, subscribe, so that you are notified every time we go live. And it was a pleasure spending time with you all, bringing you this game's coverage. Thank you so much. Bye bye.